says, servants, be obedient unto them that are your masters according to the flesh, and fear and trembling and singleness of your heart as unto Christ. Not with eye service as men pleasers, but as servants of Christ, doing the will of God in your heart, with good will, doing service as unto the Lord and not to men. So this tells me I am a servant. I work for a company. And I have to do the work for the company like I'd be doing it for God.
Exactly.
It says right there, doing service as unto the Lord and not unto men.
Yep.
But it also says, doing the will of God with your heart.
Yep.
I like that because sometimes I question whether you're around a bunch of heathens, and you don't want to be too righteous because that'll push people away. I've learned that. Just don't do that. So you have to have that will of God in your heart.
But they know who does though.
Oh, I'm sure.
They know.
I know I've had a very good relationship where I work at, and I know I love to have Christian men that work for me. I have some good ones, and they know I'm a Christian, and it works really well when we can share our hearts with one another, not just our work situation. Because everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a problem. I'm dealing with one guy right now. It's my boss, and he went through a terrible divorce and all that. And I'm telling him, I'm a terrible counselor when it comes to divorce. I can tell you how not to get divorced. I've been married so long, and I'm not divorced, and I can't minister to someone who's I can try.
That's an extremely touchy
It is.
situation.
And the guy, if you want them to go to God, but you also don't want them to get mad at God because things are going so bad in their lives. We just read about it. You have to have God as the center. This week, I got one more scripture, 1 John 2. 1 John chapter 2, 15 through 17. This is the last one on our list here.
And we completed another.
We did. We completed another word. We used to complete one scripture a week. Now we're just completing one word. 15 says, this is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passes away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abideth. How long?
Forever.
Forever. You got to do the will of God. And do you notice that what he says, there's three things. There's the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. When Eve was in the garden,
Yep.
she looked at the fruit and lusted after it with her eyes.
Yep.
And so you have the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and then the pride of life because she was given the knowledge of good and evil and opened up her eyes. So all these things will pass away. All the lust.
We hear it.
Okay, this is the end of the lesson, but he that doeth the will of God abides forever. And I hope you understand from what we've read what the will of God is for your life. So that's what we got this week. So next week will be